Hey you everybody, it's Audrey from Audrey Lynn Studios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. So I have a make along for you today. I made this mushroom luminaire on the wheel in one piece. So I filmed it and thought you might like to see how it was done. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I don't have my mic on because last time I threw with my mic, I got it all mucky. And I'm too lazy to go get it. So hopefully you can hear me. There we go. And what is that? So as I mentioned, this was a complete experiment. What I have here is 3 pounds of Plainsman 370 white stoneware. We're going to get this all wedged and centered. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about this getting completely perfect because it's a decorative piece, but what I have here is a cake. Okay, maybe I should go get my mic. Just a minute. Okay. I have a cake here of 5 inches. And so what I'm thinking is I need to push this down to make a cap for this mushroom, but it's got to be thick enough that I can trim the top of it into kind of a bowl shape. That's what I would like anyway. Like not a steep bowl, but like a shallow bowl. So I don't want to go down too much. It looks like maybe a 1/2 inch down. So this is how high right now? I would say this is about 1 inch high. Okay, so let's try going a 1/2 inch down. There's my little throwing sponge. That's not it, but anyway. And as I go down a 1/2 inch, it's going to spread out, right? So let's push it down some more. Something like that, maybe. What does that look like? Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down any further than that. And I think like that will be good. I'm thinking maybe I could have left I could have started this indent just a little further in, but whatever, this is an experiment. So let's just get this like that. Push this down. And then I'm going to open this up, and I'm only going to go down to this level. Let's open it up some more. And I'm going to compress with my compressing tool that I always use. You can also just use this. Okay, I'm just going to open it up a little bit more. I don't want the walls too thin, but not too thick either, because I'm going to be cutting holes in it. So let me just compress that a little bit more again. Okay. Just get this wet. Pull it up. Let's just cinch this in a little bit, collar it in. And that would make a cute stubby mushroom. I want to go a little further because I want to cut lengthwise holes in my stem. All right, Audrey, slow down. Oh, I'm losing it, but that's okay. Don't lose it yet, Audrey. Don't use it. Don't lose it. Let's use this. Strengthen it back up. Let's see here. I want it a little higher, but I'm losing it. So let's see if I can, and that's probably because I didn't take time to wedge it too much, but that's okay. If I collar in, it will already automatically get higher. And I want it to go in a ways. Eek, 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 eek. That is not working very well there, is it? Where's my, got pretty thin right in here. Just trying to strengthen it. And this actually works pretty well as a profile for a mushroom. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, so what I'm observing right now is that this cap could have been bigger for this size of a stem. I don't know if I can actually get it, just because I threw it a little bit weak. Don't know if I can actually get it to go in a little bit more. could completely fail here. What about like that? And I'm not even going to worry that the rim is wobbly. I mean, this is a decorative piece for the garden or for your garden table. All right. Let's just pull some of this away. All right, and then I'm going to use this tool and start to bring it up. I mean, all the while I'm thinking how leaving enough to trim. And I'm shaping it a little bit like a bowl. I'm going to bring this up some more. All right. I think we can work with that. So let's pull it off the... I mean, you can do all sorts of manipulating once it's off. Once it's stiffened up a bit, and you can take it off the bat. And we still want to take all this water out. Okay. I think this is a good way to leave it right now. Let's take that off so you can have a look. Like that. I might have liked this a little bit deeper so I could get more of a rounded top, but hey, first shot. Okay, here's the mushroom, and I'm going to wire it off. And see what we have here. There we go. It is, yeah, it's leather hard, but it's still quite soft. So there we go. I'll just pause you for a second. Okay, you could take this to the trimming wheel if you wanted. I don't want to. I tend to want things to look a little freer than that. But I'm going to kind of round off this top a bit. It's just with this tool here. And yeah, okay. So what I want to do is just kind of sculpt this a little bit. I actually wanted it to be softer than this, and well, I lost track of it. So that's not going, that wasn't helpful. Okay, so I'm just trying to thin this out here and pull it down. This ridge is just bugging me. I can't deal with this ridge. All right. It's a little bit difficult for me to reach around here and do this for you for the camera, so I hope it's looking fine here. Okay, do you see how I'm using my thumb to just push this down. I'm trying not to rip the clay. Need some more water here. So you can totally make this hand built. I just wanted the challenge of trying to make it on the wheel. Recently I've been making flower pots in one go, and I thought, oh, why couldn't you make a mushroom in one go then? You know? Come on. And if it's a little bit drier here. Okay. All right, so what do we got here? That's looking better. Push this down a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's looking quite nice. All right, now what I just want to get to before it really gets too dry is stick this under on its here and start manipulating this. It's quite dry on the base, which is okay. You at least I know I have a solid base. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is I did want to make a luminaire out of it. Just keep adding some water there to make it a little more pliable. Ooh, it's a bit soft there, careful. Okay. Like that, I think. Something like that. And if you want to put gills in, now is when you would do it. I often just don't bother. But I'll get my sculpting tool and show you how you would do that. Make sure you have your hand under here to support your mushroom top. Let's see if I can do it over here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. You can do a little more manipulating from this side if you like. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to grab my knife and I just want to make some slits where you would see the lights come through. and you can see they're very organic. And that's up to you. I mean, if you don't want it that organic, then you can use, like, you can just use a hole cutter and make little circles. It's really all up to you. The whole point of this exercise for me was to show throwing it on the wheel. But the next one I make, I'm going to do it by hand building. Let's go here. There. Okay. Let's start up here. Make a thinner one maybe. And here. Okay. Oops. No matter. Just by stop that. Oops, come on. Get out of there. And then we'll just heal that. All right, now. Okay, we can clean that up with the tool. And like this one here, I think it might crack a bit because I went too far. So from the inside, I'm healing it, and on the outside as well, and I'll compress it with a tool. Okay, now let me get my my color shaper. So if you wanted to do gills, you can use anything, but you know, something like this, and just make it radiating from the center out. And again, I don't like them really even. But you can make yours any way you like. There you go. Okay. Come on, let go. See that? There you go. All right, so let's just push this down a bit and do that. So you can have a really good look at it. Like here, I see that I would probably like this to come down further for lights. And you can manipulate your top a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit more. So I can see the lights on the inside. Here too. I can do a second one just down here. Okay, and I can, oops, just play with that a bit like I did with the others. Same with here. There we go. Why don't we put one right in here too? That's not bad. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe here a little bit. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could, I'm going to play with this here. What you could do, if you want the dots on top for a red mushroom, you could make little circles or patties out of the clay. I think this is maybe all too hard because it's been sitting for a while. Let me get some soft clay. Okay, I have some soft clay I was using for sprigs on mugs. And so like just pull off a little bit and make a ball and then pancake it and put them on top like that. Now, why don't I just go ahead and do that, and I will grab my slip and needle tool. Okay, make a pancake and put it on here and trace around so you know where it's going to go. Score it. Score the back here. Snip, oops. Slip and slip and stick that on. Okay, and roll from the center. Oops, I got too much water on here. Okay, see? So let's put some more on there. And I would vary the sizes. So this one's going to be smaller. Oops. I'll take a brush to this to just clean those up. So I'll just keep going here. And you can make these thinner if you want. I know these ones are sticking out quite a bit, but hey, it's an artistic mushroom, so you can flatten out your desk a little bit more if you like. Okay, I'm just going to keep going in real time here. If you want to speed it up, then you touch that little gear on your screen, hit playback, and speed up to your playback time if this is taking too long for you, but you still want to watch. And I tend not to use music. You can put your own music on if you like. So it looks like so far. Oops. This clay that I'm using to put the dots on is actually really soft, so that's why I'm not really paying too much attention to really scoring it well. Okay, how about another one about that size right there, and then I'll do some small ones. Like about right here. Okay, and maybe one right here. And the rest of them will be small, and I'll probably just make maybe 4 more. Here we go. And then some small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also am not, making sure they're perfect circles, because in nature they wouldn't be. So I'm just not worrying about whether there's perfect circles or not. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this brush and just clean up around dots. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so there's, I mean, you know, you don't have to put dots on, right? But if you want to, this is a good way to do it. And seems to work out. Remember, this is an experiment. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Good. So here you go. See? And there's your gills. And there's your stem. This stem is really round right now. If you wanted to, you could kind of maneuver it a bit. If it's not too, you see that? If it's not too stiff, maneuver it a little bit, especially pick it up, and I can maneuver it a little bit, but it did get pretty stiff. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, I think. All right, so we're going to let that dry up. And biscuit to 04. And then we're going to glaze it. So I just wanted to mention that it's probably a good idea to wrap it up and make sure that everything homogenizes over time. So I'm going to just wrap this up with plastic and let it sit for a few days and then open it up little by little to let it dry out. Oh my gosh, I nearly forgot. This is what happened to me last time. I had 3 mugs sitting there that I forgot to show you. And it's sitting right in front of me. All right. This is my mushroom. So, you know what this is? This is a plant pot modified. And I hope you want a tutorial because I filmed the whole thing, except the glazing. So I'll tell you the glazing now, because the glazing is not hard. 3 times birch under there. And then what I did here was birch, 3 times birch. And then I waxed all these guys. And then 2 times fire brick, deep fire brick by Amico. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Of course, you can hand build it. You would just make like a tube and a bit of a bowl and then put them together and manipulate it the same way. I use little fairy lights on battery operated fairy lights, and I just attach them in here and then sell it with the fairy lights. So very cute. All right. Peace out.